When I was 12 years old, I became a Jack Nicholson superfan. This happened almost overnight on an evening in February 1997 when I first saw The Shining.
Here's Johnny!
In those 20 plus years, I never stopped being a Jack superfan.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Get ready for You Don't Know Jack, hosted by me. Subscribe today on your favorite podcast platform.
Clovercrest Media Group presents a CMG podcast, Keys to the City.
Keys to the city, baby. When you see us, so you know.
Crossed up by Kobe, little floated to Shaq, and then Shaq goes like this, and the rest is history. Pay attention! Don't tell me what to do, devil woman. But speaking of those Lakers, hold on. But I didn't make my. I said Denver's gonna win. Yeah, you did. You said that.
There's no other show like that. Clovercrest is doing great things right now.
Streaming everywhere.
If the Seattle management isn't giving you their time of day, what makes you think that Jerry Jones is going to listen to you?
Sometimes they're blowing teams out by 10. Come on now. When they're on, they're on.
Again, I'm going to need you to write LeBron a letter, send it to him, and say, Bron, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to hop off your bandwagon. Don't do that.
Hello. Happy Friday, everybody.
Coming to you live from Florida, it's Speaking It Real. Here's your host, Frank Cuesta and Carlos Contreras. Well.
My.
Yeah, that's been the question to ask, huh?
Wow.
Why now? We're back. We took, 2 months off?
Yeah. And I'm like, still not ready. Like, as you can hear, I still sound like an absolute disaster.
Yeah, you do. But hey, you know what, man? We're back on. We have a kick-ass show today. All right, for you guys that are into tarot readings, palm readings, we got someone on board. I know she's down to come on, but I'm going to give her just a little bit more. As Carlos and I just catch up real quick, recap these past 2 months that we've had. So
yeah, man.
Hey, I mean,
it's funny.
Look who's up there. Had to be sketchy. What up, sketchy? Thanks for welcoming us back. We time off. So
it's good to be back, man.
It is. Carlos, you turned me on to something the other day. I mean, I've been off. I've been off the whole news for months. I'll be honest. I didn't touch the news. I didn't care for it, or I just haven't followed it. But the little bit that I was on social media.
Yeah. We took a break, and then in all honesty, like the news exploded. Like the minute Afghanistan happened, everything just like a massive snowball of news began, and it's just been one thing after another. But yeah, I mentioned something to you that apparently you weren't watching the news, you weren't too aware of, but you had heard about this new infamous person named Brandon.
Yes.
And so
all of a sudden I start seeing things. Let's go, Brandon. You know, Brandon for president, some crazy stuff like that. And I'm just like, what the hell is this about? What is this? Lo and behold, Carlos starts telling me yesterday when we spoke, because I mean, Carlos and I really, throughout the 2 months, we didn't talk too much. We spoke maybe
No,
once
we
every two
had to
weeks.
handle.
LGB, let's go, Brandon. There's Zach. Zach, what's up? We missed you on the show, my friend. But hey, but yeah. So Carlos turned me on to Let's Go, Brandon, and he sent me the video. And let me tell you, the reporter did a real. I just don't know how NBC didn't just blurt it out, or
Let it
not blurt it
go.
out, or let it go,
Leave it
or just
alone. Not
yeah. 'Cause I
touch
mean,
it.
you could clearly hear them saying "fuck you, Biden." So it's one of
Hashtag
those. Where like,
FJB,
wow,
baby.
yeah. I mean,
That's
it
become
is what it
that.
is.
I don't know how many people have made money off of Let's Go Brandon. I mean, the T-shirt world exploded when that shit. That happened. I can't count how many links to Let's Go Brandon shirts started showing up on Facebook ads. It was amazing, amazing. But that's just one, Frank. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, you haven't been following, but like it's almost, I don't know if I'm going to say nightly, but definitely weekly. Countless sports events, colleges, college football games. Everybody's just screaming FJB right now. It's like the thing to do.
Yeah, man. I
I
mean,
guess we.
look, I don't really agree too much with people doing that. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I'm not really much of a fan of Joe Biden anymore. I think there's just a lot of stuff going on, and I don't think he's handling it well. But
He's not handling it.
so all right, okay. So Nicole Summers Dyer. She's new and she's watching. Hey, Nicole. Hi. How are you? Welcome to our show. For you
Hi,
new listeners
Nicole.
out there, share our show. Give us a like. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. But I can tell you that seeing the fact that Nicole, well, actually seeing our guest's face, I'm gonna figure that Nicole is friends with our guest over here. And you know what? We might as well bring her on because she has all smiles on her face. This is Conchita Brito with Conchita's Healing Hands. Conchita, how are you doing today?
Hi. How are you guys?
Hello, hello. How you
I don't think we
doing?
could hear. Yes, we can.
Good. I'm so excited to be here.
We'll be all right. No, we're excited to have you. I had Frank gave me a bit of a preview of what your capacities are and the terrible, dark, horrible future that you read for him. Like he didn't need any more bad news. Like, gave a bunch.
That never happened.
All right, so I guess first things first. One thing Frank did tell me was that you guys have been friends for a long time, and so have Frank and I. So when did you and Frank meet?
We met, God, must have been 4 or 5 years ago.
About 5 years ago.
About 5 years ago?
5 years ago?
Yeah.
More or less, about 4 or 5.
Yeah, about 5 years
Okay,
ago.
all right. Was it at work? Was it at work?
No.
Something like that.
Yeah, you can say that.
Something like that. Something like that. All right, very good.
Yeah.
And well, I see you've stood the test of time. I mean, you've been able to put them and you haven't choked them yet. So
Frank
you're
is a good friend.
Yeah, he is. He is.
He's a great guy.
We've been friends now for like, was it 30? 30.
Wow.
Something like
No.
that. Well,
Long.
maybe more. Look, man, this is Carlos. I think it's been a little bit more than that. You know,
Yeah, man.
how old were you
30
when
plus.
you started Everglades?
11.
I'm so sorry.
So that's
So,
35 years,
anyways,
Frank.
yeah,
Damn.
yeah, no kidding. You
Oh,
know.
man.
So, like I said, Conchita's here to read tarot cards. You know, whoever wants your cards
Yeah.
read, you know what? Let us know. We could bring you onto the show. She's willing and ready.
I'm ready.
I don't know if Carlos wants his
So
read or
hold on.
not.
Hold on. I have a couple questions, Frank.
Yes, go
Since you
for it.
said that. Number one. How does one become a tarot card reader?
Well, that really, you have to have that connection. Anybody could read tarot if you know the cards, but intuitively, you get messages. And that is where the true gift lies. I guess you could say
See,
for that.
no, everybody's got a spiritual connection to something somehow. So,
Exactly.
although I may not understand exactly what you're describing. I'm not gonna deny it. That's exactly. Now, did you just walk into a store and you were drawn to a pack of cards, or
No,
what was the first
Carlos,
information that told you, you know what, I need a pack of cards?
no, it all started like 23 years ago when I just
Oh,
looked at
you
the
got
palm of my hand and I
all
was
right.
fascinated to find out about my future, my life at
Through
20.
the
You're frozen.
So it's all,
through the
yeah,
lines on the hand.
everything. It's like a story. It's beautiful.
Oh,
To me, it's gorgeous. It's seeing your whole life and the way you think, the
that's
way
what I've
you
always
love,
heard, even when I was a kid.
the way you live, the amount of energy that you have, the luck, success, uh, money, health issues. Sky's the limit.
Right? I've heard stories about the lines since I was a kid too. And I think I was always fascinated with this one. That's the lifeline. So I'm like, it's not long.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's always been a concern. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a reader. So okay, so a little more, and then we'll start getting into some of the readings. So 23 years ago, you had the you stories online, and you were intrigued and enticed by it. So then you went to the store. Like, okay, how did that lead you to getting the cards?
Well, first I started learning the lines.
Right.
That's basically where I started. I remember going at lunchtime on my lunch break to go to Barnes and Nobles to get every single palmistry book.
Wow.
It was
Okay.
only after maybe about a year and a half ago that I really started delving into tarot, into finding out immediate answers instead
Okay.
of a long life story. And I
So
got
before you were
fascinated
doing
all over again.
tarot, you were doing, I assume, palm readings.
I never, this a year and a half ago is really when I started going public, like saying that I can do this, that I can really like read your palm, that I can do your cards. I only did it for myself to figure me out. But a year and a half ago, I just said, this is so amazing. And wouldn't it be great if I can actually share that with people
Right.
and help?
Right. Now, trick question. You said you would practice on yourself, correct?
Palm reading
Did you? Yeah, isn't that
or
what you said?
tarot?
Like you would. I'm sorry.
Palm, like 23 years ago or
Right.
recently?
Right. No, you said you would practice the readings on yourself, right? That's what I heard.
I do, yeah.
Okay. Did you ever feel like you were influencing your own reading because it's your reading? So, like, for example, I am gonna read my cards, and I'm seeing that the cards are not looking good, so I'm gonna start telling myself, it's not so bad if blah 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 because I don't like what I'm seeing. Did you ever catch yourself in that, or just honest with yourself and just, hey, this doesn't look good?
Well, when even before I started doing the tarot cards, I had a mindset of gratitude, thankfulness, positivity, and that every day is a blessing. And that is how I maybe got into that because I was in the headspace and frequency to be able to be connected. Is by being in that gratitude and appreciation energy.
All right. And last but
So, but
not
let me ask you, but it's very interesting that you would ask because your mind controls everything. So, in the cards, it does come out what is going to happen. Now, it is up to you to really put yourself in that mind frame because you control everything.
I don't know. I read what was that Greek story we all read, Oedipus, where they said that he was going to kill his dad or something, and so he took him away to try to avoid it, and it happened anyway.
Well, yeah, some things are just.
And last but not least, Frank said that you were going to do some readings today, and you were going
Yeah,
to probably do some readings for the people in the chat. So I had to ask, do you need to see, like, how can you do that just by looking at, is it possible, I guess is what I'm asking. Can you do that when people are just typing in? Or do you need to see somebody or like who like you can see us?
well, I've done a lot of readings through FaceTime and I see the people and it works. I do a lot of readings through Instagram. Sometimes I don't see the people, but I have a picture. I can connect in some way.
Oh, we lost. Hold
Or,
on, we lost your feed. We lost your feed. We still hear her. You can keep on. Don't worry about it. I'll fix that right
okay,
now.
so
Expressive.
um, this is
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
be
yeah.
the first time going live
Hey, shit happens on a live show, guys. Um, we just lost her feed for some reason. I
because of the
don't know what happened.
battery.
That. All right. I'm gonna get it back. Carlos, just talk about today's news.
Today's news.
Just give me 2 minutes. So I
Well,
can get back on.
paying a shitload more for gas. America is too. I don't even know where to begin. I mean, I'm not hearing much of anything good. I'm gonna chat with check with the people in the chats too as I go about this. I'm gonna put up the chat window because I'm on my iPhone. For those of you who haven't seen us in a while, it's good to be back. I don't know. Everybody's got a different take on how the news has been. I see a whole bunch of boats stranded out in the water. I see my gas bill getting higher and higher and higher.
Yeah, gas has gone up.
Population and our population is growing by the day with the amount of people coming through the border. That's been the last months. Oh, and then the debacle in Afghanistan, but whatever. Right? Actually, I wanted your opinion on that, but we can save that for another show because we have guests.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I mean, we could continue shooting the crap until someone
Hold on,
wants
let me answer.
their
Let
card
me get
read.
sketchy real quick. Let me ask sketchy. No, thank goodness. What I did get was RSV from my daughter. She caught it at the daycare and had to keep her home to take care of her and me. So yeah, I've been battling with it. And now I got like a sinus infection, so I do sound terrible. But I did get COVID tested, and it came back negative. I am fully vaccinated. I know that doesn't mean I can get it, but now I'm okay. Thanks for asking, though.
Well, I mean, the plan is this: whoever wants their tarot cards read, just post a comment. What I could go ahead and always send you the link. We'll bring you on the show. I think that might
Well, she
be
can
the
start with
best way
me.
to do it. Ah, bueno.
She can start with me. I'm game.
All right. Well, there you go, Carlos. Go for it.
What's your question?
By the way, if it's not good news, you're not welcome back here. I'm just letting you know that now.
No.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, Sketchy. I don't know if we lost Frank deliberately or what, but
No. I'm not lost. I'm not lost. I'm still here.
I can't hear what she's saying.
There you go. Go. You got it.
Carlos, what do you want to know? What's your question? I'm ready.
So this is based on a question. Okay. All right. As I told Frank, and I've probably told a few people, I have gotten into real estate. So I guess I am wondering, does my career, how is my career going to unfold? Will I grow more successfully? Will I remain stagnant? What do I need to do or not to succeed more? Is that too many questions?
Let's just start off. Well, career. Where's
Career.
You said real estate.
Yeah.
You work. That's.
So anybody in the chat room that plans on moving to Florida and you need a house? I'm your guy.
Well, I don't see how you can go wrong.
Huh?
Real estate.
Did she read yours on Wednesday?
No, she read mine about 2-3 weeks ago, or more. No, I think it was more than 2-3 weeks.
No, it's more.
Yeah, it was about a month ago, right?
Like a couple months ago.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, no.
And you had a lot of questions for me.
You're absolutely right. It was 2 or 3 months ago.
All my friends have a lot of questions.
But anyways, hey, listen.
Well, I want to share. I want to share talent with people, so I've only got like one question. Like, let's just go with career, and then we'll see if anybody else wants a piece of their futuristic.
Yeah, Sketchy. We'll get to your question in a minute, and maybe Conchita could do it.
Sure. It's so funny that Sketchy is asking me a question because I was going to tell Conchita to look at Sketchy's picture and see what she got from his profile.
So no question, just like what do I see?
Yeah.
From your picture? All right. Let's do Carlos. Let's see where Carlos going.
Let's do Carlos first, and then we'll go on.
Right. Career.
First of all, I have to say thank you for the messages that we're about to receive. And that they come through very clearly for the benefit of Carlos and everybody who's wants reading. Let's do it. Career. Carlos Contreras.
Yep.
Well, she knew that already.
Holy shit. Jesus.
So you got to show the cards.
I'm not sure how to take that.
I don't know either.
Well, she'll tell me. She'll tell me. Yeah.
My
She'll
God.
tell me. I know they have like.
Let me just tell you something. You started off as the freaking emperor, right? It's been a rough freaking road. It's been a rough freaking road. But luck is wheels in your favor. Wheel is turning in your favor. And
Good.
you're
That's what I want to hear.
going to more passionate waters, if that makes any sense, because it's a lot of energy, but it's a movement energy. It's like a energy after a lot of bullshit. You're gonna be all right. You'll be all right.
All right.
Next.
Good. Good.
All right.
Well,
So,
Sketchy, he volunteered.
Sketchy, you stood on there? I'm sure you are.
Sketchy gives a vibe anyway. I mean, that's the picture, but you can feel Sketchy. He gets on my nerves, but I love him.
Sketchy is making me sketchy, honestly. Like, your picture is like kind of a little terrifying, honestly. I don't know. Let the messages come through. The real Sketchy, will you please stand up?
For all we know, he might be standing and he's only like 3-4 feet tall.
All right. No, that was just because maybe his profile picture doesn't make him justice. Do him justice. Let's see what comes out. For Sketchy.
That's nice. So what is
you're
Sketchy?
a loner. First of all, you're a loner. The hermit, right?
Oh, Sketchy.
Sketchy, are you a loner?
Are you a loner, Sketchy?
That's what it said. At least.
Sketchy deals with
Damn it. You see, he doesn't answer us now. Damn it, Sketchy.
See?
I think, you see?
There she's on it. She's on it.
But you know what? But you're a true person. You know, like you're a real true friend. Like if you're friends with somebody, you're friends with them forever. Like for real, for real.
I have friends. Well, these are Sketchy's live answers. I have friends, but I do like my alone time. Well, I think, being a loner doesn't mean you don't have friends.
Just means that you like alone time. Everybody needs alone time.
Or Sketchy would prefer to handle business on his own. You know, he has friends. Not like some people don't like to work in groups. Maybe Sketchy's one of those. I don't know.
Anybody?
Possibly. No. Hey, does anybody else out there have anything for Conchita? I mean, hey, it doesn't matter who you are. I mean, if you want, you could come live on the show. If you don't want to come live on the show, you know what? Just post your comment. Post your comment and we'll get you on. No big deal. And she could go ahead and
be happier with my reading. Woo!
I'm ready. I've been ready. I'm excited.
Just heads up.
I've been preparing for this today.
This thing may not last me much longer. I may have to switch devices, so I might be on and off for like a minute or two, but I'll pop on again, okay?
Yeah, that's not a problem. Check this out on Sketchy's end. Thank you, Conchita.
Nice.
Solid reading. And
Thank you, Sketchy.
I could tell you this.
Super cool person. Let me just tell you.
I'll tell you this from what I've always, you have people that on this, on this tarot reading binge, right? That they claim to be great. They claim to, that they know, but then when they go ahead and they start reading to you, they start asking you a lot of questions. And to me, a lot of those times is, they're asking questions to try to get a feel for who you are.
I actually have.
Not to say that Conchita's doing that, because she's not, but you have people that do that, and you have true people, and you have fake people that do this. I can tell you that back in November, I got a reading, and I don't know if the person that read me is watching or not, but if she is, that's fine. I thought she was a phony, just based on what was being told to me. And it was somebody that knew my life in a whole, you know.
Right.
So there was a lot of things that I felt that were made up, that were more like, oh yeah, you're gonna be with so and so forever, blah 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 blah. You're gonna do this. You guys are gonna, you guys are gonna have your business and make money and blah blah blah. And it's one of those where this person knew too much about my life. It's not that Conchita doesn't know a lot about my life, but there's a lot of my life that she did not know. Because for the better part, like we said, we've known each other 4 or 5 years. But for the better part of those 4 or 5 years, we spoke very seldom. Very, hey, what's up? How are you? How's this? How's that? So there's a lot of stuff that she didn't know about my life. And when I came, when I saw her a month or so ago, it was one of those where I was like, all right, hey, what's up? How's it going? You know what? Let's go read. And she was pretty on point with a lot of things. So let's see. Elizabeth Garcia. I don't have a question. Can I just have a reading on whatever the cards want to tell me?
Sure.
I have a question while she gets ready for Elizabeth. Conchita,
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's because you have a different deck, but I've noticed you did not or have not said anything about a card that you pulled that is upside down, stuff like that.
No, I intuitively know if I should read it upside down, but I don't. Even if it comes up upright or even sideways, my people tell me what needs to come across.
Okay, let me just ask a question. When you shuffle a tarot deck, do you shuffle it a certain way where cards are not only shuffled randomly, but the direction of the cards is also random?
I just shuffle, comes out. I know intuitively what it is. If it's upside down and I feel it's like super upside down, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna turn that upright. I feel it's not upright. I mean, but I'm not gonna. If I need to say something, I'm gonna say I'll do a private reading for you for free.
Okay.
I'm not
right.
Okay, Elizabeth.
I was wondering about that. Like,
General
the devil, but he's upside down, and it's like
no, I'm telling you. And you can take that as so many. That's why intuitively you gotta know, because the devil could come out as a toxic energy, but could maybe turn out, if it's a love reading, for some super passionate. So you never know. It all depends on the question. All right.
Right on. Okay.
General reading. Let's see what comes out. I usually like to do detailed because then I know.
Go detailed with Elizabeth. Don't worry about it. I'm sure she won't mind.
All right. Let's go deep.
Let's go deep.
Let's go deep.
Go deep into her cards.
King of Swords, clarity.
Mind you, we did have this set up where you would going to be able to see her shuffling the cards.
Elizabeth, can I just tell you that your cards are friggin' amazing? King of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, and Ace of Wands. That is clarity, super big, like financial, like a good financial abundance and a new beginning. Wow. Awesome. If you haven't gotten it yet, it's coming.
Frank, we need to be friends with Elizabeth.
Sure. Wow.
That's a good reading. That's a good reading.
Nice.
We need to get
Super good
we need
reading.
to get into some of that financial success.
And Ace of Wands. You can't beat it.
Why not just get more of Elizabeth? I mean, she sounds so exciting. Why not just keep going?
She's one of my favorite people, honestly. Like I love Elizabeth. I think
life in general. I mean, you know, her love life in there. What the hell? Are you gonna find love one day? What? What's up with you?
Let's do this. Next.
Good.
Come on.
You know, you have a person on here, Layla Davis. Hey, Layla, welcome to the show.
Layla, how are you?
Hi, Layla.
Like us, share us.
Layla, what's your question?
Share us with your friends, with your frenemies, your enemies.
The frenemies.
Exactly, you know.
What?
I do apologize.
Give us a like.
If you're just getting on, I'm still dealing with a sinus infection and a virus that I caught with my daughter last week, so I apologize for the congested sound. But stop harassing me, telling me, "Oh, we gotta get on." I'm like, "Fine." So I'm here.
Yeah, man. We had to get on the show finally. You know, it was just one of those where it's like, hey, let's do this already. Okay, Layla would like a reading, please. Okay.
Anything in particular?
So I'm down to percent. I'm going to switch now while she reads Layla.
Go for it.
I'll be back.
So anyway, so yeah, that was a good reading for Elizabeth.
Layla's getting her question.
Okay.
Yeah. Layla wants a reading. Layla, is there anything in relationship and life in general? Whoa.
Relationship. Let's do relationship. Let's do love reading. And where it's going. All right. Layla, let's do it. Messages for Layla Davies. There's the messages that we need to. Okay. Well, so far, working together. So a lot of balance and working together with people. Okay. So you have decisions.
You have. Did you say decisions?
Options.
Oh, options. Okay.
You have okay. So far, I'm gonna have. This is gonna be a little bit longer. Okay. So far, Four of Pentacles, working together to create balance. You're gonna go, or you are gonna have a shift, but you're gonna have options. So far, that's what's coming up. Let's see what else.
Not
Takes
too
a lot of
bad.
energy to do this. Take deep breaths.
No, because I feel intuitively it's been a little bit of a rough road, but good times are coming. Watch. So you're like at the end of a cycle, and it's been a long time coming because this is like the slowest monetary card in the deck. But then you got again more options, and you going into calmer waters for happy times and more of a commitment. I I would have to do more in order to find out if this is love or if this is work. Because all of your cards are showing finance, and this is a commitment card and happy times card, which is great. But I want to make sure that this is like work related. Like you're gonna delve into like a new project. That's what I see actually. Is that you're gonna be delving into a new project. Good for you.
Well,
Frank,
hey.
I think we've just noted. I think we've just done something here, man. So to be fair to Conchita, right now she's reading people just based on a profile picture and a very vague, general either topic or question.
Yes.
But she's done what? 4 readings on this show? Conchita, I have your answer. It is time to open up a drive-through tarot. Just stand.
I'm telling you, I would love to.
All right, so we have Andrew Regal. Andrew Regal has, wants to see if he can have a reading.
Andrew, what's the question?
I think she'd rake in the money big time. Like, just stand there and be like,
well, this is, normally Conchita also does charge for this. We're trying to get her. What it is that we're trying to get her set up with her own show, with her own podcast. So people can call in. Pretty much there's Zelle, there's Cash App nowadays, and you know what? It starts being accepted. You want a quick reading, X amount of money. You want a general relationship question.
She could open.
All right, Andrew, do you want me? Sorry, Carlos.
No, I'm saying she could open up like at 6 a.m. and read a bunch of people on the way to work. Like, what's going to happen to me today? Well, I see. Have a good day. Boom.
Well,
so like
that's what
before they get to work.
Well, Carlos, listen, I do my cards in the morning to find out what should I post on Instagram. But I don't have the time in the morning to sit there and write what it all means. But what I do is that I find a post that is about what needs to be said. And from 7 to 8:30, you're gonna find a nice post about courage, go after it, love.
Right, affirmations.
Affirmations to kind of set you up in the right direction. And it resonates with people. If it's your day that it hits you, perfect. But I try to do it every day so that it resonates with at least somebody.
Hey.
And people that know what's going on with a full moon in Aries, with a full moon in Pisces, and what's going to happen with a shift. That's a lot.
I'll tell you, man. You should just call it read and go.
All right, Andrew.
Read and go.
Let's do it.
You know what? How about with Andrew? You
all right,
do
he's looking at a general relationship. So let's
watch this. Hold on. I got you on this one, Andrew.
Andrew.
I know Andrew. Just use there's somebody, by the name of Jess. Sorry, Andrew. I had to.
Let's see what's gonna happen with Jess. For Andrew, give us the messages that we need to hear.
I know
For
Andrew
him and
is
Jess.
So Andrew, if anything goes wrong with this reading, that's it. It's over.
King of Pentacles. Well, all right. Let's see. That's a really good card. That's really good. Oh, woo! Balance, and King of Pentacles. All right. Let's see what else. Oh, the Star. Jess is like the Star. Is your Star? Ooh, they're fine. Ooh, deeper level of commitment. Yeah. All right. The decision, right? So far, King of Pentacles working together for this Star. A decision is made and a deeper level of commitment.
Sounds like a lot, Andrew. I hope you're ready.
Yeah. Wow. All right.
Wow. This has been good. And shoot, what we could charge $15 a pop for these. Be so loaded.
I know. I usually charge 40.
Look at that. Oh man.
Yeah, but that's mainly for like a complete reading. I mean, we're just
Yeah.
right now we're just scratching the.
Yeah, that's
surface.
a complete. Yeah, that's like ask me whatever.
That requires special fees and everything else. But here, these are read and goes. That's the name of your shop right there. Read and go. Gotcha.
I love this. This is awesome. Oh yeah, I'm ready for the next question.
All right, who's next? I think we got time for what? One more?
Oh my God, it's almost 10 o'clock. See, this
It's
is
all right.
my
All right.
show, so that I can do this.
So all right. We're gonna do this. You see, I just received a text message from a group that I shared the podcast with, and they're saying, Frankie, tell her to do a reading on you.
Yeah, man. You're the only person that hasn't been read yet.
Do a reading on me, Conchi. Go for it.
So what are we going to ask him about?
What do you want to know, Frank?
Just.
Is Frank's liver going to make it to 2025?
At the rate I'm going? I don't know.
Seriously, we're going to do a reading of Frank. All right, let's see what the cards have to say.
Excuse me.
For Frank Cuesta. King of Blue.
Johnny, we'll get to you next.
It's too bad that other camera didn't go this time.
I know.
Let's see what her hands are doing. But that's all.
I know. That would have been amazing. Next time.
Yeah, it would have. It would have. Unfortunately, we kind of.
Next time.
It didn't happen that way.
It's all right, man. We got the show going, though. That's all that matters.
This is flying. Wow. Frank! Woo!
Got that Cleo vibe now.
Oh, my God. All right, let's see. Stuff on the floor. It's everywhere.
Hey, but you read a lot of cards here. Oh, damn. I'm in trouble.
I love this.
Well, let me just tell you.
You see, this is what happens when you joke around on the show. All right? And you say that I have a car wash.
Oh!
Leave your car back.
Saw that.
All right, look. You're at the end of a cycle. Right? Age, end of a cycle. You are moving into calmer waters. things are looking in your favor with the star card. Knight of Cups. You're gonna work hard for something, and this is gonna be bringing you an Ace of Pentacles.
Oh boy.
So what's the Ace of Pentacles exactly?
Ace of Pentacles is a move, a property, a financial abundance, anything tangible, and a new beginning.
So
Aces
Frank,
are
you're
all
selling your
about new
house.
beginnings and about
Dude, my next purchase is in
monetary
Tennessee.
financial abundance. But I do see you
My next purchase is
coming
in Tennessee.
in like with a love offer. Like you're very well that's anyways.
What was that one?
What?
What did you say with a what offer?
No, well, look, you're very bad. Look, you have Knight of Cups, Page of Cups. This is for, you're at the end of a cycle. You're going to work hard for something, and it's going to bring you an Ace of Pentacles.
Okay.
So you're going to Tennessee, bro? Really?
Eventually, yeah. Eventually, I'm going to move to Tennessee.
So, bro, Sketchy's question, I think, enlightened me. If you're going to have car washes and people got to hang out and wait for the car to get washed, Frank, you might as well have Conchita there doing readings, too.
Oh, yeah. Okay, get your free reading while your car is washed. Find out your future.
All right, hey, but okay, look, on a serious note here. Janet Perez, she's asking to get a reading on her health.
Write it down, Frank. Read and wash.
Read and wash. Now. You know what? That's a new purchase. Look at Sketchy. Thanks, Sketchy.
Okay.
Does anybody else have anything? We got some time left.
Mr. Jenna, we got the messages that we need to hear for Jenna. Okay.
I want her to focus really good on this one.
Yeah, so do I.
On health. Okay. So King of Wands, tuition, and it's been hard. Just as a feeling of what you're going through and this, but you are going into calmer waters, which is good. So let's see what else. But you know what, Demon, please, I'll do a private reading for you. This is good. This is more than health stuff. Serious. I'll do a private reading. Reach me on Instagram, Conchita's Healing Hands. I want to do, Janet, a private reading because look, I can see your bit. I want to do a private reading.
Janet, Janet, we could always take her by the house.
Yeah,
I know Janet
for sure. Yeah.
Alrighty.
I would love that.
Well, Frank,
it's gonna be okay, but I would love to do a more in depth. For sure.
It's been a hell of a way to come back, Frank.
Yes, it was. Hey, listen, you know what? We ended our 41 straight shows, or 42. I don't know how many shows we were deep in.
Yeah.
Okay, we ended it strong. I I came back on Wednesday with Conchita. We had a pretty good show. Wasn't too bad. And I told her today we're gonna bring you back on Friday. We're gonna have you do some readings on the show and take it from there. It was just one of those that why not?
Absolutely.
It's this show is about people speaking. I would like to get a general reading. Kaylin Land.
Okay.
Hey, welcome to the show, Kaylin. Make sure you like, share us. Speaking It Real on Facebook, Speaking It Real podcast on YouTube. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram.
Hey,
we're all over the place.
Can you blast Conchita's information again so people can write it down?
Oh, for sure. Let me find it on here again. Conchita Healing Hands. Facebook, Instagram. She also has a YouTube. She's not much on the YouTube stuff.
No.
But she's going to get there.
Conchita's Healing Hands. And then TikTok is going to be coming up, but that's Conchita Brito. That's not Conchita's Healing Hands. But, so I'm doing next.
Kaylin
Land. And general reading.
Yeah, it's a general reading.
Before, there we go.
And Kaylin doesn't even have a picture or nothing. That's just a K.
That's discreet right there.
Yeah.
That's just a letter. K.
Janet says thank you. I think in overall with Janet, the presence is that everything's going to be fine, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. Things, yeah. Homer Waters.
And just a full disclosure here. I mean, a lot of the people some of the readings that she has been given, like Janet, Elizabeth, Andrew, and so, and maybe someone else, I know those people personally. Like personally in my everyday life. But I've never spoken to Conchita about these individuals, at all.
That's good, Frank. That's a good point. Good point.
Well, I just want to fully disclose that.
Yeah, that's important.
So
you don't want to be
I don't know anybody
who have somebody planted in the audience. You there?
Right? No. It's full disclosure. I mean, it's why to me it's, and like I said, I was phonied out in November. And if Conchita stuff was phony, I have no shame in calling her out on it on the air. Bottom line. So, anyways, Kaylin would like a reading. Kaylin, the mystery person.
She's a mystery, no doubt.
Let's get the messages
She
that
just goes
Kaylin
by K.
Wow. All right. Happy times. Working together and celebrations.
That's off to a good start.
Off to a good start. Let's see. What are we celebrating? Balance, financial balance. Financial balance is always good. Ooh. Kayla, I'm feeling your energy. Amazing. Wow. Badass. So working together, celebrations, getting balance financially, and then your wish fulfillment is coming through. 10 of Cups. Can't get better than that.
Kayla's going to wake up expecting a brand new car in the driveway.
Well, put up a car. But things are really going to start moving better. If you're not there yet, they will be. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's good. Oh, Conchita, I meant to ask you two things.
Yes.
One, how many cards in the deck?
Depending on the deck, because I have some cards that are like this, and then I have another deck that is huge. And the difference is this deck will give me just the amount that I need to know. But the other deck gives me like so many more cards that I need more in order to find the answer. Because it's a lot more in order to get to
Now,
the actual.
I'm asking these questions because we can't see your hands, unfortunately. So just to give people an idea. But my last question.
Yeah, it's about this big. This card, this deck that I'm using.
Wow. All right. Last question. When you draw for a read, is it always a standard number?
What do you know? like if it's a certain like 8 cards.
Right. Yeah. Is it always like 5 cards?
Sometimes.
I think what he's trying to ask is, remember the reading you did for me a couple weeks ago, whatever months ago, right? Where I would start asking you different questions on how my life is, how, or what was my like work wise. If I remember correctly, you threw down 5 cards.
That was it.
I asked you about a certain individual. You threw down 5 cards. I asked you what else. I asked you something else. You threw down 5 cards. So I think that's kind of what Carlos is trying to get to. See,
yeah.
Is it that you just throw down 5 cards? Is it, depending on, I guess, maybe what the reading is. Again,
right.
She might have thrown 5 cards down. It might have been 6. It might have been more. I don't remember. But I do remember that out of the stuff that we did talk about, what you did throw down was the same number of cards on a line.
Yeah, no,
like you have a line here, a line here, a line here.
Depends on the question, the length amount of time that I have, and when I feel that's my answer.
Okay.
Boom.
Got it.
Like maybe it's like 3, or maybe like another one that it's just like pulling teeth that I'm like, I have to like really. Now this is a reading that I'm going to have to spend more time. I'm going to have to really, be in more of an energy space because it's a more difficult question.
Okay.
So many details and intricate things.
All right. Thanks for that. Trying to visualize what
Any other questions? There was somebody else.
Yeah, I think that might be it. But you know what? I actually Liam Lee was looking for guests. I think she's gonna be a hell of a person for Liam Lee.
Oh, okay.
You do know that our last show that we did with him, he put it up on his channel.
Okay.
How did it do?
And I don't know how it did. I haven't really watched it.
All right, that was a good
conversation. I think we had about a good 2.5 hour show. I think.
Yeah.
Our last show was pretty big.
Yeah, it was. It was. That was a good show we had with them. I hope they're doing all right.
No, they're doing good. I do keep in touch with them. So I'm sure that we're gonna have them on again one of these days. Guys, if anybody wants to be part of the show, reach out to us. It's Speaking of Real Podcast at gmail.com. As a matter of fact, let me look for it here. And
thank you guys for having me on. It's been amazing.
It's an absolute pleasure. Thank you for stopping by. And just
follow me on Jesus.
Frank is playing host and producer, so he if he says he has to look for stuff, it's because he's doing double duty.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
We give Frank our props and our love and admiration for doing all these things. He is the bomb.
The bomb.
But yeah, look, there's our email. Look, shoot us an email and we'll get you on the show. again, when Carlos and I mean, this show has gone from. I mean, we started off politics. Remember, Carlos? Okay, we started politics.
After January 6th and all that, right?
Yeah. I think our first show must have been, I think, January. I'll tell you right now.
It was like the third or fourth week of January is when we started, or
January 6th, right? I want to say we started around January 22nd or January
20
15th.
something, yeah.
I think it was the 22nd because we spoke I think on the 7th or the 8th, and we're like, all right, let's go for it. And it took about a week to get everything going, and that's what we did, and we started off politics. We're doing so good. I ventured off into a show on Wednesday nights on my own, which I would say this, considering my time right now, Wednesday shows are not going to be permanent. They're going to be every once in a while, depending on when I have the time for it. But our staple show is the Fridays, and we're going to continue that one on a weekly basis. Maybe the Wednesday show might be every 2 weeks, just due to time consuming issues.
Just rebrand them as special editions.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, special edition Wednesday nights. Just for that. Conchita, you have any final words as we close up?
Say that, I'm sorry?
You have any final words as we close up?
I just want to say thank you guys so much for having me on. Thank you guys for giving me the pleasure to be able to do your readings. Follow me on Conchita's Healing Hands, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. More is coming soon. Thank you.
Read
Thank
and
you so
wash,
much.
Frank. I'm telling you, read and wash. Just make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah, Carlos, any final words?
Let's go, Brandon.
Carlos. What could I do? Well, hey, look, Sketchy. Thank you, Conchita, for the reading and positive vibes. Frank and Carlos, another solid show. Keep up the great work. Kaylin.
Thank you, Sketchy.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you,
can't see
Kaylin.
her, but you can't see Conchi, but you could actually hear her because Conchi and I are in the same location, so we're using just one mic. So, you do hear her. But hey, and if you hear a child in the background screaming, that's her daughter just screaming to the top of her lungs. I can't get that little girl to be quiet. So it's one of those crazy things today. But hey, look, you know what? Here, speaking it real, you might not agree with me.
I haven't heard this in
You
so long.
might not agree with us or Carlos or Conchita, or you might agree with us. Okay? But at the end of the day, Carlos, myself, Conchita, and whoever the hell comes on the show, okay, and whoever's out of the audience, okay, the one thing you could rest assured, okay, is that we here on Speaking It Real always speak it real.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. You know what it is, man? Is that I'm working with one laptop and no second screen. Okay, so normally I'll read it, but I kind of went off a script.
Whatever.
So I said, screw it. Whether you agree with us or whether you disagree with us, we are Speaking It Real. Always speak it real.
Practice for next week.
Yeah, no, you know what? Look, I'm going to tell you, here it is. You might not agree with what we're speaking. You might agree with what we're speaking, but we will always be speaking it real. Catch you guys next week.
Good night, guys.
Hello, my name is Joe Aguirre. I'm the president of Clovercrest Media Group. And here at CMG, we have a wide variety of podcasts, including sports shows like Keys to the City, The Roll Call, Throwing Jabs, All Four Downs, and Jawing About the G-Men. and great true crime shows like Sticky Week, Crimes and Consequences, Ivy League Murders, and Bird, the unsolved murder of David Eichmann. You can find all these podcasts and so much more by visiting ClovercrestMedia.com.